Good morning, YouTube. All right, I survived my first night living in the van and just wanted to document for those of you who want to know what it's like really living in a van. Okay, this is my first night coming back after 6 months. So, probably more prepared than people who haven't ever done it before, but it's still a struggle. I mean, it's currently about 43 degrees outside, and it is cold inside the van because I have the windows vented. Even when it's cold, I generally leave the window vented because if you don't do that and you sleep, you produce moisture, and then your windows fog up. So I leave it vented so that my windows don't fog up. You're like, why would you do that? Well, when your windows are fogged up, people definitely can tell somebody's inside the van. Of course, me shining the light right now, filming all this, it's giving away that I'm in the van, but that's all right. I'm getting ready to leave. So even if the police or whatever knock right now, I'll let them know I'm leaving here in a minute. I'm going to be getting ready for work, and one of that is changing clothes here. I put on my little black t-shirt. But I just wanted to show you one of the issues you have, major differences with being in this van versus being in an RV or a Sprinter or something where you could actually stand up. It's actually very cramped. See, look, this is the two. Well, my other phone going off there, but the drawer unit right here. You know how big they are from Walmart. That's all the room that I have. Like I have two, 2.5 drawer units. The half height on here. So that means when I sit up, I don't know if you can see my head is actually hitting the roof. I can't even sit straight up. I have to hunch over when I sit up. I know some people build their vans so that they have only like one bed here, a single bed, and then they can actually sit up without hitting their head. But it's really not much roomier than this. I have this layout so that I can have all the storage underneath, and that I have to have the seats here when I have my kids. Um, but it means that when I change clothes, like I'm getting ready to do right now for my work clothes, I have to do it laying down. Whether it's my shirt, pants, socks, or whatever, I have to get dressed laying down. So I'm getting ready to change my shirt right now and then get ready to go to work. The sleeping bag situation, you can see I didn't go underneath the sleeping bag. I did use the comforter, but it is cold. My feet, even though I had socks on, are kind of stiff. So I'm thinking if I can get to the RV, I may have to get a second sleeping bag out of there, or check this van. I may have another sleeping bag stored under here, but I think I took it out. If I did, I'll have to get it from the RV and just have it here as a second layer of cushion, which would make the bed softer. And in the event that it got cold at night, like right now, I could have went under the this blue thing right here is actually a sleeping bag. I could have went underneath the sleeping bag to be warmer, but the bed itself is kind of stiff. It's not as thick as the the bed mattress that I had in the RV, so it's less comfortable, but it wasn't too bad. I woke up only, I think, about twice last night to go to the bathroom, and I think I heard a noise. But then I woke up when the alarm went off. I do have to get ready to go to work, get ready to head out to work, and because I use electricity, every day, when I drive to work, I got to remember to hit the switch, the inverter cooking system switch, so that the battery will charge up. So I'll charge the car up while I'm driving back to work. I'll charge all the house battery systems back up. And it's important that you do this, every day when you're driving and stuff, charging your batteries, because otherwise the next night your battery's already drained. So I use the batteries to charge up my phones. I also use it. I have breakfast ready to go here. So this will be my first day back at work, having slept in the van. We'll see if anybody notices at work. Um, the goal is to maintain normalcy, so nobody should even know this stuff. So I'm gonna go back and basically just resume work like normal. And I do have my red curry pork that I cooked up last time. So what I might do is grab a bag of that for dinner tonight and show you guys how I heat up frozen. I can heat it up at work before I bring it, which would save me time and energy because I wouldn't have to cook it myself. But I wanted to show you how I could hook up like a frozen TV dinner, or a frozen dinner that I had pre-frozen and I had cold storage for it, just to show you that it is possible to cook and live almost normal in a van without too much effort. Once you have a means of heating up food and stuff, which I do. So I'm debating if I want to cook rice. I'll probably pre-cook rice or bring my rice cooker. I'll bring my rice cooker, the second rice cooker, the pot from it, so that I can cook rice and heat up the curry and have it in two separate things. That way you can see how I would actually function in here. But honestly, the smart way to do it, if I wasn't trying to show you guys how I do it, or could do it, I would actually just cook everything up at work before I leave. I'd have the rice already pre-cooked. I would have my red curry and just put that into the microwave oven and then cook it up, and it's cooked. And I could even eat it at work. It's like I could be off work and eating. It's not going to be a big deal, eat right before I leave there. That would be the simplest way to do it, okay? Cooking in your van when you have access to that stuff is kind of silly. But the reason I'm doing, or will be doing that stuff is just to show people that if you didn't have, the capacity to do that at work, you could do it from your vehicle. So that's what that's going to be all about. For those of you who wonder why the heck I'd be cooking when I really don't have to. So let me go ahead and change out on my shirt here, double check everything, and then get ready to go to work. All right. As you can see, I have put on my shirt. I basically have to like doggy style almost. I had to be on my knees and hands. See, look, this is how you got to change. And here's the roof. We're talking a space of about 2.5 feet clearance. So I changed my shirt. For now, I've stuffed it down the side here, but I need to get a plastic bin to use for laundry. So it's kind of important to keep the stuff organized when you're in a small space, because otherwise things are going to look really, really jumbled. So today after work, I'm going to go through and make sure I have a bin for dirty clothes and go through everything and start to clear the van back out and clean it up and sort it out for living. Because if you're in a space where everything is just thrown together, it's depressing. So, even if the situation itself, as far as having to live in a vehicle when you don't want to, is depressing in itself, you can try to alleviate some of that depression or by trying to make your vehicle as nice as possible, as far as how it looks and the comfort level and stuff like that. Because you still have a lot more than people who are on the street. They don't really have a choice, but maybe, and even they try to better their situation by getting a cardboard box and going under a bridge if they can, or sleeping in some kind of pre-built structure or a bathroom, a public bathroom or something. So you're not at that level, and you have the capacity to actually, have some comfort, because as long as you have a vehicle that runs, you're mobile, and you also have the capacity to generate electricity. That's a major difference between being on the streets without those resources and having what you have. And having the ability to drive back and forth means you can get a job and maintain it. The other issue is just staying clean, and staying clean means joining gyms like Planet Fitness or 24-Hour Fitness, Gold's Gym, or some other gym that you have access to, which can cost money. This go round, I'm still debating if I want to join the gym because I have access to the beach, although the water's cold. But the gym is probably the way to go. If you're staying in a local area like I am in this time, I'm not traveling across the whole state, I may sign up for a local gym, because it's generally cheaper to sign up, locally. Like if you sign up Planet Fitness locally, it's like $10 a month, probably 11 or 12 with their taxes and fees. So about roughly $12 a month to shower. and you can get unlimited hot shower. So definitely worth it. And I'm more than likely going to end up doing that because, having a hot shower is kind of important. And you also have access to the bathroom, and if you wanted to, you could work out. Me, I never really work out. I just use it mainly for the shower. And I'm not going to sign up for the, what do they call the gold card, the black card, because I don't need all that luxury. I don't need the lounge. I don't need the hydro massager. I don't need all that. So this go round, the idea is to conserve and save money. I'm actually going to have enough money that if I wanted to, I could live in an apartment. But if I lived in an apartment, well, not an apartment, not by myself, I'd have to have a roommate situation. If I were to rent out a room or an apartment, then all my money that I earn would go towards paying for that. But by trying to make it out, in the van, I should be able to save that money. So for the first time, in the longest time, I'm in a situation where I can actually save money. And, once I save the money, I'm going to start trying to borrow that money to get myself back out. This could have sort of been done with the RV, but the problem was having to pay for the RV parking is the same as having to pay for a room. So you're in a situation where you're um, working to pay to live to work. Right now, I'm working, but I'm paying to live, but not that much. It's only a fraction because I'm not paying rent, and that's a huge savings. I hope you found this video informative. It is very tight. You can see I did put up the I don't know if you can see that, the sunshade, even though that gives you away. I don't really care. It just gives me a little bit additional privacy. But right now, anyone walking by or driving by would see lights out my vehicle because I'm shining a light in here so you guys can see what it looks like in here. But it is still dark, and I do have to get to work. So until next time, everyone, take care, be safe. God bless you, and wherever you are, I hope you're managing to stay warm if you're in the middle of winter. Remember, bundle up, carbon monoxide detector. Until next time, take care. God bless you all. Bye-bye now.